right, we're back. My 2 minutes is up for mixing this. I did stop it halfway through, scraped it down, make sure all that batter gets mixed in. I'm going to carefully take this out. Now, question. Should you eat this raw? Can you lick this cake batter? Is it a good idea? Hope you answered no. Why? Why shouldn't you? I hope you answered because it has raw eggs in it. You run a major risk. So I gotta get this off of that beater paddle so it gets a little loud. I should get my smaller scraper out. Oh well, that's good enough. That goes in the sink. Now, I have to divide. Get my mixer down. Out of the way. I have to divide this batter into these two pans. Okay? So what's a good way to do it without causing a huge mess? Well, we'll see if we can do it. So you can either use a ladle or I use my spatula. My spatula is my spatula. It's got that divot down, so it's more like a spoon. So I will actually do it this way. It's a little bit easier. I will do the same number of basically scoops. So if I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 scoops. Then I do 5 scoops over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll tell you that 5 in each one almost took all my batter. 5. So I've almost got all my batter out. Now I'm just going to divvy it up. There's a little bit in that one. A little bit in that one. Get all this batter out of there. A little bit over here. A little bit more over here. Then I'll show you a way to check it. To see. Okay. That should do it. So, a way to check it. Get 2 toothpicks. I'm going to take a toothpick. Let me pound this down a little bit. Which there's a reason we do this too. Kind of go in the middle. Go in the middle. Check my levels. Oh, look at that. They're really close. Can you guys see? So I have basically about the same amount in each. I did good. I did good. Okay? If this one level was higher, you would have to spoon it over. So you want to get, because you don't want one thick layer and one thin layer. You want even layers. Now, you saw me a second ago pounding these. That's the next step we need to do. I'm going to pound these pans, each one, a few times. It will help even it out a little bit, and you'll see air bubbles rise and break in the batter, okay? You could sit there and pound and pound and pound the pans forever. You're still going to get air bubbles. You're not going to get them all out. But we do it a few more times. There. You take out your aggression. Who you mad at? Miss Delaney for making us watch this Play Pause It video. Alright, there. I still see air bubbles, but it's better. I kind of even it out. So I'm going to put these in the oven. They are going to go on the same rack, the middle rack. Okay, I've got a rack in the middle. I'm not going to put them right next to it. I want to leave a space between them. I've actually got my convection oven going, which means there's a fan that's going to circulate air. It's going to get it to bake these things to bake a little bit faster, a little bit evenly. But I want to leave a space between them. I'm not going to put them right on the edges up against the walls either because I need air. I need that heat to circulate all around these pans. Then I look at the box, and the box will tell me how long to bake this for. So down here, it will tell me. I've got 2 9-inch pans. It says 24 to 29 minutes. What am I going to set my timer on? I hope you said 24 minutes. If you said 29 minutes, you got it wrong. You always set it for the lowest time. You can't take away. And when that 24 minutes is up, I'm going to take the toothpick in the middle. I also should be seeing this cake pulling away from the sides of the pan, and then I can also press it with my finger. If it bounces back, it's done. I will show you these when my cakes are done. So I will see you in a minute, because that's all it's going to take. It's going to take a few seconds. It's going to be the fastest baking cake you've ever seen. I will be back when these cakes are done baking. All right, we're back. The cakes just came out of the oven. Okay, I used a toothpick, stuck a toothpick in both middle of them. They both came out clear. I don't know if you guys can see. They kind of came away from the edges of the pan. They rose nicely. Another thing I could do to check for doneness is you push your finger, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but my fingerprint springs right back. That's another way to tell. So if they're pulling away from the edges of the pan and that fingerprint bounces back up, that's a good way for it to be done. Now, we're going to take these out of the pans. I'm going to let these cool. You see I have the pan sitting on a cooling rack. I'm going to let these cool for about 10 minutes. Then I'm going to loosen the sides with a metal spatula, and I will show you how to take these cakes out of the pan. Okay. So they've been sitting. Now here's the thing. If you take them out of their pan as soon as they come out of the oven, there's a chance they're going to fall completely apart. If you leave them in the pan too long and they get cool, they're not going to want to come out of the pan. So that's why 10, 15 minutes is a great number to let them sit in the pan. So I've got my metal spatula. I'm going to go around the edge, loosen it, take the cooling rack, put it on top. We pray that it's going to come out of the pan. That's what I have to do whenever I'm taking all the students. Oh, look, came out of the pan, no problem. I greased and covered that pan really well. Now, I don't want that to cool like this. So technically what I can do is flip it over. Okay, so I'm going to let this completely cool. So again, with this cake, flip it over, pray, please come out of the pan. Boom, came out of the pan. No issues. Then I'm going to flip this over. I've done this so much I can get it in my hand. Okay, now I'm going to let these completely cool before we frost them. If you put frosting on a warm cake, what's going to happen? The frosting's going to drizzle right off of it. I'm going to use canned frosting. I'm going to show you different ways to use it. I'm going to use a white frosting. So I'm going to let these completely cool, and then we'll come back and talk about frosting.